not worry.
بقوسي لايكوا هالكومنت شو قوي. يعني اللي بيشوفك بيقول عنك شو طاري انت. بالله منيحة يا.
Hey folks, new episode of the podcast. How's it going? I'm Anthony. You chilling? I'm kind of chilling. We got Elijah here. How's it going, Elijah?
It's going fine. انت كيفك؟
منيح. الحمد لله على السلامة. Noor, folks. Noor couldn't make it. She got into like a small car accident. She's fine. She's safe. She just has a little bit of some scrapes and scratches, but she'll be safe. Whoever was driving and put her in danger, we're watching you. All right? Whoever you are, you're being irresponsible. So watch out. We're glad you're safe. Everybody, حطوا some wishes, some good wishes in the comments. Let Noor know you're thinking of her. How's it going, everybody? We have a lot. I know we've been saying that every week, but Sanjad, it is a stacked week. Okay, we're going to talk about the Lebanese John Q holding up a bank to get his money back. Bassem Sheikh Hussein. ExplorerNico's sister hit us back with a comment. She's not happy about what we said about her brother last week. Gordon Ramsay's getting canceled by Gen Z. Gino Raidy and Jad Ghosn had a good old-fashioned Twitter beef. Big old Twitter battle, Twitter fight. We haven't seen one of those in a long time. Gino is a patron of the channel, so this is going to be a fun one to talk about. Come in a whole bunch of things. More Malaak Tawouk in France. There's a new anti-gay page in Lebanon. There's a whole lot of things. It's going to be crazy, so stick around. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, but before we get into any of these fun topics, please take a second to like the video, leave a comment. Your engagement
#engagement
is very helpful for a small channel like ours, and subscribe to the channel. Become a Do Not Warrior. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers. That would be beautiful. Speaking of support and asking you guys to do stuff, Patreon. We love our patrons. We love them so much because, as you guys might notice, Elijah's using a new camera. We were able to get a brand new camera. We got a Canon M50 Mark II. Thanks to the patrons. We love you guys. And let me take a second to thank some brand new patrons. These names.
Wait. We also got a new ring light.
Oh, that's right. We also got a new ring light. So, Daddy's been spending some money, and Daddy appreciates the patrons' help because, Daddy left his full-time job. And I want to thank Fabien Abu Musa as a brand new blonde patron. Welcome, Fabien. Welcome to the family. And, folks, a brand new God-tier patron, Muhammad Naamani. We love you guys, God-tier patrons. And you guys are brilliant. We love you. You're supporting the channel on such a big level. And let me thank some other God-tier patrons like Jessica Ann, Melting Around, Muhammad Zain, and Muhammad Naamani. Thank you, guys. We love you. Some other lovely patrons. Dr. William Wadfa, the boobs doctor. Joey To, Danny Karam, Meher Krikorian, Mo K, Omar Musalli, Jad Al-Haj, and Jad Al-Haj. We got two Jad Al-Haj. Thank you, guys. We love all of you. If you guys would like to support us on Patreon, help me get new equipment, support my upcoming Joseph Merab documentary, help support some vlogs, let me pay my interns their salaries. We do a lot thanks to you guys, so if you want to consider helping this small independent channel, we really appreciate it. Check out the link in the description. One more quick plug. Episode 69. Whoa. Nice, exciting episode. 69. Everybody loves that number. And it's going to be the Do Not Worry Awards Volume 2. It's been a year since we did Volume 1. I'm very excited to do Volume 2. It's very overwhelming because there's a lot to do. We got to work on the nominees, the categories. There's a whole lot to do. But episode 69 is going to be a big bonanza. So expect that coming soon on the channel. We're almost there.
No, Do Not Worry Awards أول وحدة. I haven't joined the podcast yet. It was one of my favorite episodes. Fala being a part of it.
I could use the help for the second one because the first one was a nightmare to do by myself. And it still is one of my favorite episodes, to be honest with you. It's the one that I'm most proud of. And I want to try to outdo it. So we're going to have we have big shoes to fill, my own shoes to fill, and they're literally big. I have big feet, so we're going to have to do that. Before we start, just a few random things. Okay, there's a lot to talk about. Longtime viewer of the show, Tammo, just got married, so hey, let's celebrate that. Here's Tariq and Nu. It's been all over Twitter. Congratulations, Tariq. I hope you guys are watching this. Thank you for being such a loyal viewer of the show and a patron. So, Mabruk, wish you guys the best. Also, as you guys might know, I've been talking a lot about how my Instagram keeps recommending really creepy stuff. I swear to God, man, I must have looked at one reel of a hot woman once on my Instagram. And now I just get these creepy ass suggestions all the time, which look like porn. Like if I'm looking at my Instagram, I genuinely look like a fucking creep. So people don't believe me. So here, literally, I've been screenshotting my recommendations so that people see exactly what I'm fucking getting, bro. So look at these suggested reels. Old man dancing. Most of the time when you click them and you watch them, it's not necessarily like sex related or something. It's just like a misleading cover. But still, you got a woman shoving a carrot down her fucking throat. A lady who's like in a thong, تحت الماء. Another one. You got a lady with just big boobs. This one. You got like what looks to be like a threesome about to take place. Another one with a topless woman just chilling on a couch. That's why I have trust issues. Like that one, that's why I have trust issues. She actually ended up like jumping into a crowd. So it's not sexual, but looking at the cover, it looks sexual. Here's more. Like, what is this? Look at this lady over here. So I had to click one of them. Like, wait, let me watch like a couple of these just to see if they actually are porn. I went into this lady's profile. This lady's called I am Reen Winter. Okay, Renee Carb. I don't know what the fuck her name is. Okay, here's one of her videos that I watched. This is what Instagram and Mark Zuckerberg and their millions and billions of dollars. This is what their genius algorithm fucking shoves down my throat. Check this out.
Hey babe, can you open this?
Oh, yeah, sure, babe.
Look.
This is a hard one.
Look at this quality content that I'm getting on my Instagram recommendations.
What the fuck?
That's it, man. Like, what the fuck is this? Instagram, khalas, we need to stop. Okay? Speaking of Instagram, I was looking through my stories yesterday. We got Joseph Shada reposting a picture with his boy Ryan with the caption "Bros before hoes." I never thought I'd live to see the day where Joseph Shada is using "Bros before hoes" on an Instagram story. I don't know, brought a smile to my face, I would say. How about you? What do you think about the Bros before hoes? Do you agree with the Bros before hoes philosophy?
My wife, I think.
You have to. Come on, bro.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Bros before hoes. Finally, folks, there was this random guy, Tawouk Ashbe. I saw him on Noor Hajar stories. You know, I love me some weird randos. This guy's teaching you how to make an herbal mix to have better sex, you know, get better boners, make better love to your wife. Let's go.
كل رجل ما عم يوصل للانتصاب الكامل او كل سيدة عندها برودة وفتور جنسي. هيدي بذور الشيا. بناخد من بذور الشيا ملعقة صغيرة وبناخد 5 من اليانسون النجمة مع الزنجبيل. بنحط الزنجبيل واليانسون النجمة بقلب ركوة صغيرة. بنغليهم وبنحط معهم سنين توم بنقصهم بالنص، بنحطهم بيغلوا لفترة تقريبا 8 دقايق، بعد 8 دقايق بنشيل السوم تبعهم، بنحط الملعقة الصغيرة تبع بذور الشيا بقلبها وبنغطيها، بنتركها فترة ربع ساعة مغطية، بعدين بنشيل الغطا، بنحط فوق منها ملعقة عسل السنديان وبناخدها. هيدي 3 مرات بالأسبوع بتتاخد، يوم يوم لا، يوم يوم لا، وراح تشوفوا نتيجة جدا رائعة. الرجال راح يكون عندهم انتصاب طول النهار.
انتصاب شو يعني? Like a boner?
Yeah.
Means boner?
Imagine riding your wife ريح تمك توم يعني ما بعرف.
That's the least of your problems if you have boners all day, bro. You know what I mean? The garlic heida is fine, but it's a bit much. You know, it's like those commercials in the States where erectile dysfunction. Like, if you have a boner that lasts for longer than 4 hours, call your doctor immediately. I think you're gonna have to call your doctor if this thing is as potent as this man. But other than the garlic, it sounded pretty good. To be honest with you guys, هيدا العسل بالآخر كفاين.
حتى مع الgarlic it sounds good.
لا بس the عسل as a final touch, and I liked it. As you guys all know, last Thursday when we released our last episode, en parallèle, like there was a shit was going down at the bank. Okay, Bassam El Sheikh Hussein, just a Lebanese citizen, went up to his bank with guns and basically held the place up, demanding that they give him his $200,000. His dad was in the hospital, needed an emergency surgery for $50,000. Here, let me try to open this up and read this stuff. This is a Vice article. Man becomes public hero after holding up bank to withdraw his own money. Bassam El Sheikh Hussein was hailed by some in Lebanon despite taking bank workers hostage during a 6-hour siege, indicating the scale of the country's total financial meltdown. Let's read a little bit more. A 6-hour bank siege ended with an armed man being allowed to walk out of the bank with $30,000 and an unlikely hero status despite holding 6 people at gunpoint. Bassam el-Sheikh, who's 42 years old, marched into a Beirut bank on Thursday afternoon, brandishing a shotgun and a can of gasoline, threatening to light himself on fire if he was not allowed to withdraw $200,000 that he had stored in the bank. When his demand was refused, he shouted at employees that he needed the money to pay for his family's hospital bills. We have a couple of those videos. Trigger warning, they could be a little scary. It's the guy with a gun, yelling at people. As you can see, chaos and pandemonium. Here's another video of people, they're trying to calm him down, etc.
يا بسام خلي المدير عندك يا خيي انا عايزهم يقعدوا عليه بعدين في مودعين اثنين مثلك جوا كمان انت زربهم لا هول بسام طلع واحد طلعنا واحد طلع واحد.
They're asking him to let out a hostage.
ما في حدا غير من هيدا الفرقه ليجيب المصاري.
Anyways, here we have a backstory here. What is this? Oh, okay, so here I think that's his brother or his neighbor kind of explaining what the deal is.
جيرانه واهله الصبي جاي ياخذ مبلغ من المال ليحكم بيه مريض بده عمليه بتكلف $50,000. بيجي مدير البنك بيقول له اطلع لبرا يا كلب. قال له انا كلب وبتعرف يمكن هيدي الباروده لهم هن للبنك مش له لبسام. انت جاره بتعرفه يعني لبسام. ربيانين سوا 50 سنه ربيانين مع بعض نحن وياهم احلى ناس واشرف ناس. هو جاي ياخذ مبلغ.
Okay. I don't think the shotgun was the bank's shotgun. I think he came with the shotgun. But yeah, you guys get the idea. Honestly, by most people, he was kind of hailed a hero. I honestly think what he did was very badass and very heroic. Elijah, I think you might disagree. But if you've seen John Q, I keep calling him the Lebanese John Q. What is the story of John Q? It's a movie starring Denzel Washington. Kind of based on a true story, not officially, but something similar happened, I think, in Canada in 1998. A dad goes into a hospital, an ER section. His kid has a very severe heart problem. They don't have insurance to pay for the surgery. No one helps the guy. He literally goes in there with a gun. He's like, you guys are going to operate on my son or I'm going to kill all of you motherfuckers. They end up saving his son. He ends up going to jail at the end of the movie, but he's hailed a hero because the healthcare system is so fucked up and corrupt in the States and everything. So you can't help but feel for that man. I, like most people, can't help but feel for a guy like Bassam because his money was literally stolen from him, much like all our money. His dad was going to die if he didn't get a life-saving surgery. So if you can't get your money any other way, what are you supposed to do? And I think we are all cowards. We are all, sorry for using the term pussies, because all we do is complain about this shit on Twitter. The bank's got my money. What? This man was like, you know what? I need to get my fucking money back. So he grabbed a fucking gun. He went into the bank. Is it going to be a little bit scary for the people that are there? Absolutely. He threatened to burn himself and burn everyone at the bank. That would have been horrible. Do I feel bad for bank employees? Unpopular opinion. No. They're part of the fucking problem. If you work at a bank, you are helping a bunch of criminals cover up the fucking huge theft that they did. Can a bank employee... Shuzembo, I know.
My mom's a bank employee.
So let me tell you. Yeah, don't worry. There's a lot of people that I know. Bank employees are kind of very much complicit in what happens, especially bank managers. The higher level you get, the less I kind of like you. We love Elijah's mom. We love you. We stan you. But trust me, big fans of the show are bank employees. But this man... Honestly, he ended up walking out of there with 30,000. Now he's held, if I'm not mistaken, he's still in prison. He's doing a hunger strike because the bank is trying to sue him, even though they said they wouldn't sue him. They lied and went back on their promises to him. It's a fucked up situation. Here's a very bad take that I saw on Twitter that I kind of dunked on. The people applauding the man, you do realize the people he's holding hostage and scaring to death right now are also Lebanese citizens, and the issue is out of their hands. Yeah, bro, but this is a man taking the situation back into his own hands, and more power to you. And banks should be very afraid. This will definitely start happening more often, and that's my take. What do you think?
I personally think what he did was utterly stupid.
Yeah?
لأنه هلا لا ساعد بيو ويحب الحبس. Technically
he got $30,000 out, bro. That went towards...
I'm pretty sure هيجا ياخذون منه. No way يتركون معه. since he's captured.
I think his brother took them. I think the money's safe. That money went towards what it was supposed to go.
Still عم بيقولوا بدهم 50,000 مش رح يعملوا له عملية إذا 20,000 ناقصة.
And 30,000 is better than nothing, bro.
هلا still بس regardless he put people at like risk. ما بتعرف he might not be able to control a gun. يمكن أوصله حدا بالغلط ما صار هيك بس إنه still at a risk.
He put people.
وأنا personally my mom's a bank employee. She's just an accountant, secretary. ماني مكت sorry mom. بس I would never want my mom to be in such a position.
Of course.
What you mentioned earlier إنه كيف فيهم يتركوا البنك ما بعرف شو أنا إذا بتترك شغلة she'll end up unemployed ما حدا رح يوظفها بهالعمر. So not every bank employee can simply بدي أترك لأنه it's corrupt.
Absolutely, that makes sense. Fair point. But I think, I think bank employees were definitely, the higher ups were definitely complicit. I think that, sure, you can get hurt with a gun, but people not being able to get their money out of a bank has caused so much more hurt than 6 people getting accidentally shot in a bank. Do you know how many people are dying every day because they can't get their money out and they can't afford surgeries, they can't afford X and Y? If he had killed everyone in that bank, the casualties would have still been much less than the amount. My parents had to leave the country. My parents, all of their savings are stuck at the bank. They're now essentially moneyless. Okay? So fuck the government. So I'm not going to feel bad for that. If my parents got into a financial emergency and they couldn't get their money out, what would have happened to them? One of them might have died. So a lot of people are dying from this, but it's not as obvious as a man shooting them down at a bank. There are other consequences. So yeah, it always, and I tweeted about it. I'm like, I hope no one gets hurt. But the man had to fucking do what he had to, and he had to fucking, if you don't threaten people, and if you don't take hostages, what's going to stop the police from swarming the bank and taking you?
بس again, keep in mind, في عالم that have heart risks أو شيء إذا شايف هيك منظر يمكن ما أدري شو يصير فيه يسمعوا سكتة قلبية.
Every
What
day.
he did was very irresponsible in my opinion. مليون شخص مثله عم بيصير فيه يد إنه.
And we're all cowards, and we're sitting at home taking
We
it.
are cowards, بس إنه we deal with shit and we move on. I guess.
We shouldn't. No one should deal with.
ما حتقدم ولا تأخر هلا عم يعمل.
Bro, he got 30 grand.
شو هلا إذا نزلوا الكل قوصوا بالبنك ما بعرف شو. It's not gonna change shit. The government is corrupt. وحد الله corrupt.
That guy has $30,000 that he didn't have. So you keep saying nothing's gonna
That
change.
guy بالحبس هلا.
He doesn't care. He did
so far ما بنعرف إذا رجع أخذهم أو لا.
He was willing to die, so he doesn't even care. He wanted to get that money for his dad, and he was able to do that. I think that is admirable. I think, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. هيك بدنا نضلنا. Like, ما عم بفهم لبنانية. We love complaining, and we complain. وقفت الثورة. No ما حدا عم بينزل. No one's doing a revolution anymore. طب شو بدك? So we don't do shit. That's cool. And if someone goes down and takes matters into his own hands, and I think you're a little biased because your mom works at a bank. If your mom didn't work at a bank, I think you might be a little bit less biased.
Like no, حتى أنت تخيل you were at the bank تلاقي في حدا فايت بقى fucking gun وعم بيهددك ومركعك وما بعرف.
Bro, he has 100% my support. I'm like, how do I back you up, bro? How do I help you get your money back? Help me get some of my money back too. 100%. He's got my fucking. I have his back. I'll be scared shitless. أكيد, but ultimately. Dude, I completely understand why he's doing this.
Like for someone to do what he did, يعني هذا وصلت لآخر شيء معه, you know.
Of course, man. يعني,
he was willing to lose it all.
If the guy has $200,000 at a bank, that means he did something right in his life. Deiris or Sheghil, he sold a piece of land, something. They earned that money, okay? So, I don't know. It's a complicated issue. It's not black and white. You see, he brought up a good point about employees who hate it. Hey, I think the guy's a hero. I think he puts all of us to shame because all we do is fucking complain and nag. He did it first and now we can't do it anymore because he fucking, he nutted up and he fucking did it. Let's talk about something less controversial that we can maybe both agree on. ExplorerNico. We talked about him last week.
We're not going to agree on this.
We're not going to agree on this? Kamena? Let's see. So ExplorerNico, I talked about him last week. He's the Fejatni guy. I don't think I was too harsh on him, but I think I was a little harsh. I said he had no charisma and I said he had no personality. I think it was a bit harsh to say he has no personality.
No, you're not harsh. Like, I just felt bad about what you said, but what واحد نزل شيء على social media, he's gonna expect criticism.
No, but I think like I'm allowed to say he has no charisma. You can just see him right there. You're like, yeah, no charisma. But his personality, I don't know the guy. So I think that was a little harsh. Anyways, we talked about ExplorerNico. And we got a comment that same night by his sister. So first of all, we never go for anyone's like family. Family is off limits. Absolutely. We're not like, we're just going to read the comment. Actually, I think it's sweet that she left a comment. I think it's ill-advised. Now, usually if I talk about someone, their friends or their family should never reply because you're giving me ammo to like, just use against anyone. And it's like a vulnerability. Okay, we're not going to do that. Believe it or not, Millie Joe, I'm not an asshole. Not that she's watching. That was probably, so let's just read her comment first. Hi, my first time watching any of your videos. I'm guessing it's the last. Don't mean this in an offensive manner, but I take it to great offense when someone mentions a member of my family. And maybe my brother doesn't even care about your comments, and maybe he doesn't approve of me writing you this. Let me say he probably doesn't approve of you writing you this. But anyways, let's continue. Anyway, mocking his fijan is okay. You clearly don't get the joke. If it's a joke, it's not funny. Can I just say that? If it's a joke, what kind of joke is that? What's the punchline? What's supposed to be funny about it? Please enlighten me. But saying he has zero personality and nothing to do in life except making videos on social media is so far off. Little correction, I did say he has no personality, but I did not say he has nothing to do in life except making videos. I said that his claim to fame was just saying fijan. I have no idea what he does in life. When you mentioned my brother is an engineer and probably one of the smartest men with... I don't know why she wrote men like that. Is it like...
رجال مظبوط عرفت كيف؟
It's like a Jordan Peterson type thing. Do you like Jordan Peterson? What do we do without men? I've seen in Lebanon. So he's one of the smartest men I've seen in Lebanon. And I don't know you personally, but he never made fun of anybody to gain popularity. So that speaks a little about his character. And I'm guessing that speaks a little bit about my character. طيب. Meli Jo, again, you're a sister, your family. You're here to defend your brother. I think that's sweet. I think that's honorable. Thank you for your comment. I disagree with some of the points you made. I think it could have been a little harsh for me saying he has no personality. I think the charisma thing, he's got no charisma, okay? And just this week, he dropped a new video where he literally was paid by a hotel to go say how great the hotel is. So please, let's stop pretending that this content is good. And by the way, you said first time watching any of my videos. If you like your brother's videos, you would never watch my show. My show isn't made for people who like your brother's content. No offense. No, but I do appreciate the message. I do appreciate the comment. I appreciate someone sticking up for their brother or sister. That's I have
how did you know انك عم تحكي on his videos?
It got to her, man. Someone sent it. I have an older sister, you know what I mean? Like I know what it's like. But what's funny, so first then I had to leave a response. I wrote فجأتيني بهالcomment. What else could I have written? I think it was the logical comment. I was فجأتيني عن جد. But then what was really funny is that Ryan, folks, Joseph Shada's best friend, came in with a comment of his own. He's like, خيك لو انجينير او بالنازع عم بيجرس حاله لو محلي كنت حكيت معه بالموضوع. Now, I was going to leave a comment. I was like, you know what, I'm going to reply to this later, but I found it hilarious because I'm like, out of all people, Ryan, who's Joseph Shada's best friend, shouldn't leave a comment like that. But who replies? Meli Jo, Nicolas' sister. She says, Ryan says the guy who spends every single night on TikTok with people half his age. She torched him. She torched him. Ryan, I know you watch the show all the time, and I'm sorry. I had to like her comment, bro. She torched you. Even I responded to Ryan as Joseph Shada's best friend, and as he embarrasses himself all the time online. This was not your place to leave this comment. I just found it funny. She was really ruthless, and I even told her that was a ruthless comment. So, Meli Jo, I'm sorry. I got nothing good to say about your brother's content. Didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I admire you for defending your brother. Next time, I would advise anyone against doing that just because you're giving me just more, content. But yeah, what do you have to...
لا فكرت رح تقول شيء تاني. We agreed apparently. I felt bad for her. هيك إنه my soft side. لأنه my sister would have done the same.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't have wanted her to do the same.
Of course, yeah. Don't ask him. If you had asked him, he would have told you don't do it. But I don't know. Anyways, maybe I'm an asshole. I don't know. Am I an asshole? Could be.
The good kind.
Good kind of asshole.
Yeah, the kind you wanna watch.
You need an asshole like me. Just
بدك حدا يفاجئك.
Hey, you could just keep everybody on their toes a little bit. Gordon Ramsay is getting canceled by Gen Z. So Gordon Ramsay, by the way, I gotta say, folks, I fucking love Gordon Ramsay. I worship Gordon Ramsay. I've seen every single episode of Kitchen Nightmares, the UK version, the US version. I've seen way too many seasons of Hell's Kitchen, more than I should have, because that show, I think, became crap a few years ago, so I kept watching. I've seen Hotel Hell. Ain't nobody seen Hotel Hell. I've seen every episode of Gordon Ramsay's Hotel Hell. MasterChef, شو ما بدكم, MasterChef US, MasterChef Kids, MasterChef Australia with Gordon. I love Gordon. Wow. It's mush. Yeah, wow. I fucking love Gordon, okay? So, let's watch the TikTok first, so that's getting him canceled. But he got some Gen Zs uncomfortable with this.
Yummy, yum, 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 yum. Yummy, yum, 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 yum. Which one's going in the oven first? You.
Oh, dude, they're so scared. They're so fucked.
Oven time.
So, obviously, him going into like a barn with like cute little lambs being like, yummy, yum, 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 yum. Who's going to go into the oven first? That wasn't going to go well with a lot of people. Elijah, I think you're going to have, I think I know what you're going to say. So let's read some of the comments first. This is, I think, the New York Post. Gordon Ramsay's lamb slaughter sparks outrage. How dare you? Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay is known for his controversial takes and harshly worded critiques. But it's his latest TikTok video that sparked a fresh wave of disgust, despair, and outrage. Ramsay, 55, stunned TikTok followers with his latest upload, which shows him in a pen full of little lambs saying, yummy, yummy, while selecting one to eat. Yummy, yum, 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 he's heard saying in the 28-second clip as he climbs over the fence into the yard. Which one's going in the oven first? He asks before pointing at one and proclaiming, you. The lamb sauce was still not found in the making of the video, he captioned in the clip. I think that's so funny. So first of all, let's read some comments first. Gordon, what is this? This is sad. More comments. I like you and all, but you better not be serious. Ramsay playing with fire. Watch out, dude. Gordon, no! Gordon, don't! They're not old enough!
Breaking Hapal, as if they were old enough, it's less sad.
I lost my respect for Gordon after that. Okay, let's talk about veganism. We've been flirting around this topic for a while. First of all, let me give my take. I think it's fine. Obviously, I think it's hilarious. Gordon Ramsay knew he was going to get that reaction. Ooh, second of all, what do you think happens to these animals before they get slaughtered?
Bad publicity is still publicity.
Bro, like these lambs, the condition in which these lambs are living are better, I guarantee you, than like 99% of animals that you eat. Like they're fucking, at least they can run around in that pen. You know, most pigs are in cages where they can't even move and stand on their legs. Cows stand in their own shit. And that's how you get E. coli and factory farming. Like these lambs, actually, they're living a good life. So, what I want to say, for your take, I know what your take is going to be. Tell me if I got it right. People are such hypocrites. If they eat burgers and they eat chickens and they eat this, why are they getting upset about X? Am I right?
No, literally.
Okay, but let me tell you why that's kind of fucked up. I agree. This video is fine. I have nothing.
It's fucked up, and it shows the realism of it. And
No. But Kamina, your take is wrong because in your mind, like for example,
my mind that's wrong.
No, I eat beef and I eat chicken. That's the only meat I eat. I don't eat anything else. I don't eat lamb. I eat beef and I eat chicken. Does that mean? But I still like to defend animal rights. All other animals except cows and chickens. I agree. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. But for example, the cows and the chickens that I'm eating, bro, were bred for eating. They weren't captured.
They shouldn't be bred.
Let me finish.
Climate change.
They shouldn't be. But
فيني احكي بهالاشياء اصلا. Like I can't defend this. I'm a hypocrite.
Exactly. But let me finish. I know it's wrong. I know it's fucked up. I know factory farming is fucked. But dude, you can breed animals, Mish, for factory farming. Farm breeds animals to eat. Doesn't have to be factory farming. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna mitigate the damage. If I just eat chickens and I just eat cows and I focus on that, and I'm not eating horse, I'm not eating lamb, I barely eat any fish, I don't fucking explore. Let me kill a minimum of animals or species of animals as possible. If I see someone abusing a lion, am I not allowed to be like, to say that it's fucked up because I enjoy a fried chicken sandwich every now and then? So if I eat animals, that means that means all animal cruelty should be fine and is like, yalla, since I'm eating burgers, fucking torture these animals. Is that where you stand? Because that's the sense I get from you.
Let's say if تعرف حدا that kills dogs or abuses dogs, but at the same time كان علقان مع حدا انه he's abusing his cat, what would you say about this person? Literally في هلا serial dog killer.
Obviously he's a fucking hypocrite.
Exactly.
He's murdering a pet because he's complaining about another pet.
Sorry. You're hella literally saying انه انا with انه killing هالcows وال ما اعرف شو.
I'm not with. I can rationalize it at least. You know what?
Hey, you rationalize it لانه deep down you know it's wrong, but you want to be okay with it because you love that taste so much.
No, dude, it's fucked up. It's wrong. Okay, I'm sure the fear that a cow experiences before getting murdered, but that cow wouldn't have even been alive unless it was for me to eat it. It's fucked, but humans, to quote Lil Dicky, we just chose to do our hunting more intelligently. Instead of running out into the woods with a fucking stick and bow, we don't need to do that anymore. Come here, cow. I'm going to grow you and breed you for cooking.
Animal breeding, it's like
it's bad and the greenhouse gases, I know, and it's fucking up
it's
the
like the biggest pollutant.
I know, but again, I'm not defending factory farming. And ideally, if I could eat free range, farm-raised beef, grass-fed, hormone-free. They live a happy life. You know what I mean? Some wagyu where they're massaged. Why the fuck not, bro? I want to improve animal conditions to the max. You know what I mean? I don't even eat pig, and I eat on Christmas. I indulge in some charcuterie. غير هيك, bro, I find pigs way too cute. ما بكلهم. I don't think it's wrong to like mitigate. I'm gonna eat some animals. I'm gonna eat a minimal amount of animal. I'm gonna limit it to these two species, which are primarily bred just for eating. And I'm going to defend. And this is fine. I'm not yelling. If I were getting angry about this, you could say I'm a hypocrite. It's like the Karol Smeha thing. Animals. Lions are endangered, bro. Are you comparing a lion to a fucking chicken? And no, I'm sorry. Fi fed. There is a difference. I know all life is equal, but no. An endangered species like a lion. The king of the jungle is not a chicken. Maybe I'm fucked up for saying that. Listen, no. I'm sorry. That's the truth. A lion is not a chicken. I will defend the lion's rights more than I will defend a chicken. No? You don't agree?
لا.
So chickens are equal to lions.
مش equality. إنه بالنهاية they both have feelings. They both feel. وهيك إنه كأنك عم تقول إنه خلاص بلا ما نعطي الإكزامبل.
Yeah, because he's gonna go back and يطلب لي boneless بار هلا تشبه لي واحد boneless chicken right then yells at us and then بيطلع له DMs Elijah you're
Guys,
vegans.
Nobody thinks I'm vegan. I never told anyone I'm vegan or I'm faking being it, but I am trying to convert. So let's start with that.
Do or do not, there is no try, to quote Master Yoda. Yalla, next topic. All right, Gino versus Jad Ghosn. Gino, patron. Gino's been supporting us for a while. It's going to be a little awkward. Gino, I don't know if you're going to cancel your Patreon after this. But let's talk about this, because Gino and Jad Ghosn got into a big-ass Twitter beef, yo. Like, the old-fashioned kind of Twitter beef sounding that I fucking stay the fuck away from now. And I used to, at one point, I had a phase in my Twitter career like a couple of years ago before the podcast where I was kind of really obnoxious and I was like kind of anti-woke shui for like a couple months. I was kind of trying to be an edgelord. It was so cringe and bad. I'm very embarrassed about it. But anyways, I'm now way more chill. Now I stay away from Twitter arguments. I don't get into any arguments. If someone says anything that like remotely upsets me, I just block them. Because now that I have this podcast, honestly, I don't need Twitter as much because I can speak on a topic here and elaborate. You're not limited to 140 characters. Then someone misinterprets you, quote tweets you. شوفوا حلم أير. It's really not a place for that anymore for me. So I don't get into that. But it's always nice to see a good old-fashioned Twitter brawl. And bro, these people went at it. And I like Gino. Obviously, he's got his issues. We'll talk, and I've spoken about that. Like, he yells and he's crazy and all of that. It's kind of funny to me. Like, to be honest with you, I find it funny more than anything. Jad, I like Jad Ghosn. I think he's a very intelligent dude, very well spoken. I think he represents a lot of Lebanese people, the Lebanese youth. A lot of people see hope in the guy. So I also like him a lot. But let's see what happened. Let's go over this Twitter battle. And this whole thing started and was instigated because of the stabbing of Salman Rushdie, like a guy rushed the stage and stabbed him multiple times because, like this whole thing with he'd written a book in 1988 which like said some derogatory things, I guess, about like Islam. So the Ayatollah and Iran put a fatwa on him, and like literally people have been out to kill him for years, and he's been living under like security and stuff. Anyways, he got stabbed. He survived. So Gino starts it off by saying, "Yo, Leik Jad Ghosn, how can we negotiate with the Hizb? Can you tell us again?" Since, Hizb and Iran are aligned. So in his mind, Hizb is in support of killing Salman Rushdie. Gino follows it up with this tweet, or maybe your BFF and fellow Asad Bou Khalil can help you explain. Gino's not mincing words, coming out like right away. He's tagging, عم بيسب slutty وهيدا. Classic Gino. So Jad responds, "No, لازم اقعد بالباثتب بأمريكا وسبه من هونيك بيمشي الحال. انت خليك على اللت والعجن." Gets like 1,000 likes compared to Gino's like 18 likes, which is already a bad sign. So everyone's siding with Jad. Gino, ما معلمك قاعد بأمريكا كمان at Asad Abdul Khalil. I don't know who that guy is. Or you only talk to who Khomeini green lights. And in my bathtub in America, I made sure a Hizb shit like you never becomes MP. Wink. So مسمس انت ومعلمك بمجرور. Again, Gino not mincing any words. The classic Gino language that we've all come to love. Jad Ghosn's got some laughing emojis. He says, deep mind, ليك في saying هون بكسر وين ذكرتني فيه. صحة بلا دماغ. Gino responds, مصميس انت تبعك. You will never become MP as long as you're up his ass, Jado, no matter how many Hizb accounts clap for you on Twitter. Jad responds, يلا كلك شي برجر ورجع على الباثتب وكبس على Twitter. Ciao. It's just kind of ruthless on both sides. I just never expected these responses from Jad Ghosn. Like, he literally went down to like, Gino, like, he's like, يلا خلاص روح كلك شي برجر. Like, I've never seen Jad talk like that. Gino, can't wait for your next guest. Is it someone from حدث الثورة الإيرانية زئنا من angry Arab تبع California with laughing emojis. Jad responds. This keeps going, guys. This is a little bit long. So Jad responds.
طيب ينخبر العالم عن جينو الكذب. In the first quarter of 2019 بيعمل عزيمة جبران باسيل عنده بالبيت. رامز قاضي وباسل عريدة وفراس حتوم وجاد بكرم ومستر جينو. قعدنا ساعة نشارع باسيل باحترام عن انه ما في نوى بالخطب للطائفية. نص 1-2.
Yeah.
كمل.
Yeah.
اللي عم يعمله هو انه اذا بيكفوا بهالنظام والبلد طاير. المهم مستر جينو ما فتح تمه على 2.5 ساعة. شكله بالاخر وفل. واذا ب 17 اكتوبر صار عنده لسان مثبت وهبل. كنت عمود شخصية بالمباشر مش على التليفون. شايفينك فوق وتحت مستر جينو. بيجا بيقول له جينو بعدين نقي خيي نكتنا انه انا 14 مارش هلا صرت مع باسيل. pick one attack line dude. صاير مثل جهاد الزراعة.
Jad replies, you are neither, you're just opportunistic and stupid. So Gino responds, tough luck Jad, maybe next elections if Hizb continues its rise you'll have better chances, and tell Gibran kiss immo when you see him. So what's kind of funny to me is that this is like come in a very classic Twitter. Like at one point Jad bilo ciao, I'm leaving, then he comes back for more. Like they were both just going at it. So look, it's not like it's weird. Obviously, look, the fact that Gino's a patron, we love and appreciate it. But I'm going to speak honestly here. I think this was kind of a losing battle for Gino. Like, it looks bad for him because this is coming from someone who's lived in the States for 10 years. You do kind of lose not credibility, but when you are in the States, your thoughts and your views على لبنان kind of lose relevance. Kind of. You can put less stock in them because you aren't here. And I know Gino had to leave. If he comes back, he'll get in all sorts of trouble and shit. So he had his reasons to leave, absolutely. Doesn't change the fact that being there, if I were in the States right now doing this podcast and trying to comment on Lebanon from the States, it wouldn't hit the same. Because I'm قاعد مرتاح هونيك, and I would kind of feel shitty making fun of people بلبنان وأنا قاعد هونيك مرتاح with all the opportunities that it provides and في كهرباء وفي مي سخنة, all that stuff. It wouldn't... It doesn't come off I don't like that. وكمان Jad is now Gino. We have to talk about this now. Gino does bring up that Jad is a supporter of Hezbollah, that he's kind of apologetic. Now, what is Jad Ghosn's position? I don't really know it too well. I asked Noor to do some research, and she did that. I'll tell you what Noor told me about it. Basically, Jad كان عونة من زمان. He used to be عونة. I don't think Gino has ever kind of gotten over that because as you guys know, العونية are allied مع الحزب, so a big part of Jad probably still maybe agrees with that. So Gino, I don't think it will ever accept that or get over that. وكمان when Lukman Slim was killed not too long ago, Jad Ghosn kind of came out and said hey, we don't know who it is, maybe it wasn't the Hizb وهيك, which كمان rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, including Gino, who to him that reinforced the ideal that Jad Ghosn is pro Hizb. And look, I gotta agree, you can't sit there and defend the Hizb, I think, in 2022, knowing what we know and just seeing how the country is. You kind of have to take a stronger position. But Gino is a bit too extreme because Gino thinks that we can get rid of him. Let's just get rid of him. We all need to be against him. How, bro? It's very complicated. It's going to take ages. It's most likely would lead to war. I don't see how you do this without people getting killed. And I don't think anyone's really willing to do that. So it is kind of easy to say that. So I get why Jad is look, let's stay aligned for now and let's figure it out. He's too friendly with them, and Gino is maybe too extreme. Who do I agree with more? Probably Gino. Deep down, I agree with Gino, definitely. Hizb is a huge problem. But the way Gino goes about it doesn't make him any friends. That's always been kind of an issue with Gino. Even if he stands for the right thing, the way he says things and the way he he expresses himself, makes him more enemies than I think is necessary. I don't think he needed to be this aggressive. People love Jad Ghosn. Whether Gino likes it or not, this dude is... You need to work with someone like Jad Ghosn because he has such a big influence on young people, and people listen to him. So if you build an alliance with someone like that, it is way better than to yell at him on Twitter, and his tweets are going to get thousands of likes and yours aren't. And it's not about likes. It's obviously not about that. But there's optics. It doesn't look good. You know what I mean? It looks way better for Jad. He comes off looking as the more mature person. Even though I don't agree with everything that he says.
بس بدول شيء Gino, I don't think he همه if he wins this argument or not. He just like يعني هدف Gino بكل شيء is just to pass and establish his opinion.
Yeah.
And state it out there. ما همه how it like how people react to it.
I'm sure because he knows this was a losing battle. He knows going against Jad Ghosn on Twitter is a losing battle, and it clearly was. And if he cared, he would have deleted the tweets. He just doesn't give a fuck. He just put them up. He got his opinions out there, his idea out there. I just found it funny because it was a good old fashioned Twitter beef. People busted out the popcorn, you know what I mean, and just like, all right, let's see. And it did not disappoint. Both sides went at it. We got haymakers from both sides, some fucking jabs. It's a good classic Twitter debate. Please, if you guys are commenting on the story, be respectful in the comments below. And I gotta say, like, Gino's a pretty good sport. Like, we talk about him often. He comes up on the show. He's still, like, watches the show. He's still a patron. Let's see if he's still gonna be a patron after this week. But no, Jad, I gotta say props. Jad Ghosn, he wouldn't watch the show, but he was nominated for Best ASMR at the Do Not Worry Awards. But I am a fan of Jad Ghosn. So I would say you guys need to work together because I think I don't know, it's gonna be a very tough battle for Gino to turn Jad into a villain because people really like him and he's well spoken. Even if he says things that people disagree with, the way he expresses himself is good. People like him. He debates things intelligently. All right, now that we got that landmine out of the way, let me give you guys some movie recommendations. It's been a while. I want to talk about this because, there's nothing coming out of Cine. Everything's getting fucking banned. So if you want to go out to the movies and watch something, you almost have no options, to be completely frank. So there's actually a couple of movies that are out on streaming. Can you stream them in Lebanon if you have a VPN? Sure. One of them is on Hulu. The other one is on Amazon.
No, Disney Plus, Prey.
Oh, Prey's on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Awesome, because it is a Hulu. Okay, so if you have Disney Plus, you can watch Prey. 13 Lives was supposed to work on Amazon Prime, and I have my sister's Amazon Prime. It just wasn't available in the territory, so I had to get creative and stream it some other way. So get creative. But let's talk about these two movies. So let's start with Prey. So Prey is on Disney Plus. It is a prequel to Predator. If you guys know the Predator movies, it's basically this like the original Predator movie. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger and a bunch of like really buff soldiers in a jungle, and they're fighting this like alien from outer space that is like the ultimate predator. It has evolved to be the ultimate killing machine, and it learns from every apex predator that it kills and gets stronger. So this is a prequel. This is a story of a young Native American girl in her tribe trying to she comes across one of these things in like the 1700s and she has to kill it. And it's this coming of age story. It's this girl trying to prove to herself that she can do it, prove it to her tribe, to her village, that she can accomplish things. So the movie's directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the guy who directed 10 Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield Lane by the way بيعقد.
It's a very good movie. I really liked 10 Cloverfield Lane. And he did this honestly this should have been out in movies, but no, because the last Predator movie that they dropped completely bombed. They put this out on streaming. Watch this. It's 90 minutes. It's a great action movie. It's the story is simple. It's not convoluted. I really liked it. I thought the performances were great. That lady, I don't know the actress's name, is such a badass. I loved the design and the look of the Predator, the practical effects. There was some questionable CGI with some of the animals. That's fine. Animal violence, we don't want that. So a really good movie, really lean and mean, badass 90-minute action film. In, you're out. You're going to have a good time. And I enjoyed it so much that I went back and rewatched Predator. I rewatched Predator 2, and I rewatched Predators, which came out like 12 years ago. So underrated. Watch Predators. It is so fun. Predators with an S at the end. So good. So literally, this gave me 3 other movies to go back and rewatch. Another movie that I just came out of nowhere. I saw a tweet about this, and right away I hopped online to watch it. 13 Lives, directed by Ron Howard. Ron Howard has made a lot of iffy movies. His career has been a bit up and down, but he is a legendary and very adept filmmaker. This is based on a true story, which I honestly hadn't heard about. So apparently 3 years ago, 13 little Thai boys, like a soccer team of Thai boys, got stuck in a cave. Like they went into a cave with their coach. It was 12 soccer players and their coach, so 13 people in total. They go into this cave. It starts raining like crazy. It floods the cave, so these kids are trapped in the cave. And the water levels aren't going to go away for like months. So if they can't come out of that cave, they're going to fucking die. So at first, everyone thought they were dead. 2 English divers managed to swim through it, which was very difficult. They find the boys alive. Again, this is all a true story. And they recreated how they found them. They redid the whole... It's so nice. And then they have to figure out a way to get these kids out. And these kids, most of them don't know how to swim. And they have to dive underwater for like 6 hours in a tight, dark, fucking scary, dangerous-ass cave. And these kids have never swam before. So how do they do it? And this is kind of a minor spoiler, but it's based on a true story. They had to sedate the kids. And the divers literally shakun, like ibertain, like Valium or whatever. They gave them a Xanax. The kids would fall asleep. Then they put their like oxygen masks on, tied their hands, literally transported them underwater as if they were a package. It was the first time anyone attempted to sedate anyone underwater. They were that desperate to try to save them because there was no other way. And like it stars Colin Farrell, Viggo Mortensen. You got some badass fucking actors. You got men being men. Like you got, but like it's really like they got this problem that they got to solve, and you got these badass dudes who got to solve the fucking problem. It's 2.5 hours long, but it didn't feel like it. And as soon as the movie was done, I started watching documentaries about the true story, interviews with the survivors. I just wanted to dig deeper into this, but this is the most fascinating rescue story I've ever seen in a very long time. And like during the movie, I would pause the movie and then start Googling the actual event. So not the fact that I'm telling you that everyone survives, there was a casualty, a diver did die, but it's like all of the kids and their coach, they all survived. That does not make the movie any less stressful to watch, because when you're watching them, sedating them with the fear that these divers were experiencing, they're like, dude, if I fuck up, this kid's gonna die. Like, insane. Viggo Mortensen, I love Viggo Mortensen and Colin Farrell deja as actors. Seeing them just play these regular dudes, just like regular British guys, like divers. It wasn't like a fussy or crazy, like over-the-top performance. Great movie, very well directed. I highly, highly recommend both of these movies. If you've got nothing to watch, you cannot go wrong with any of these pictures.
But it sounds amazing. I didn't watch it.
Which one? 13 Live? It's so good, man. Anjad, it's so good. So if you got nothing to watch, hit him. What else we got? Ooh, okay, let's do. So as you guys know, I've been recently very obsessed with French people trying out Malaak Tawouk, talking about it and stuff.
By the way, اختي رايحة. She's moving to France in like 2 weeks. So إذا بدك تبعتنا videos trying Malaak Tawouk France, we can.
Yes, I might have to ask her to do that for us. Here, so I saw this on Lebanese Cringe. They posted this lady. Her name is Fitclaire. Now, I gotta say, though, it is kind of cringe. Here she's eating bouzet Bachir, but she's also kind of adorable and so sweet. Like, I can't find this cringe. But no, here, let's see. She's eating Bachir.
مرحبا كيفكم اليوم أنا اسمي كلير وعايشة بفرنسا وبحكي شوية لبناني. Aujourd'hui je vais tester les meilleures glaces libanaises au monde, les glaces de la famille Bachir, et ils ont 2 glaciers à Paris.
أنا مبسوطة اليوم الآن أنا رائع كل البوزة اللبنانية.
هلا وسهلا فيكم ببشير. Allez, je passe la commande. إذا بتريد بدي بوزة بها هشتاق وغد. Allez, c'est parti pour la dégustation.
Certaine.
Bro, she's adorable, man, you know what I mean?
شو طيبة البوزة اللبنانية تبع بشير.
Des glaces bio et 100% naturelles, ni œuf ni crème, mais du lait et de la sève de pistachier qui lui donne cette texture élastique et si particulière. شو أكلتك اللبنانية المفضل لي. باي باي ومحل سلامة.
She's
adorable,
like
man.
a 10-year-old girl trying to speak.
Yeah, like it's
so cute.
It's so cute. It's so like innocent. So like I don't know, man. I can't cringe at this. She's literally Basanjad, like Bachir. You need to step up your game. أنا بلبنان شو هيدا bro. It looks so fucking good.
بلبنان عم بيسكر فروع على فكرة.
بهدلة هون بهدلة man. So this is her actually eating like some shawarma and some kebabs. كمان.
مرحبا كيفكم؟ Aujourd'hui je vais manger libanais à Paris.
شو أكلتك اللبنانية المفضلة؟
المفضلة هي الشاورما اللحمة والشاورما الدجاج.
Du coup j'ai commandé un shawarma poulet. C'est un sandwich libanais garni de sauce, taboulé, cornichons et de viande.
اليوم أنا رائع كل الشاورما مع تاوك. Certaine.
C'est vraiment bon. Quelle autre spécialité libanaise faut-il que je teste?
شو طيبة الشاورما؟
Why does Lebanese food برا look better than Lebanese food هون؟
ليك الشاورما عنا come on it's good.
ايه
بلبنان
هون نجمل presentation معقولة مين كان she's making a video about it.
ايه بوزة بشير بعطيها. بوزة بشير عنا مقايرة ما بتتاكل
بس حتى هالبوزة تبع فيها جوز it's disgusting to me.
I don't like I don't eat أشتا ice cream. أنا شوكولا حليب. أنا بحب المسكة مع الحليب. خي أنا كلاسيك. بس هون she said something. Let me just hear it. Like هلا وليكن. What did she say?
هلا وسهلا فيكم ببشير.
هلا وسهلا فيكم. هلا. That's so cute. That's so cute. So here she is. She's huge. She's got 1.3 million followers على TikTok. منا سامع فيها. God bless you, Claire. But you know that's not why we're here. We want more Malaak Tawouk. I'm going to be doing this every week. خلص, I told Noor I want new Malaak Tawouk. I want new French people eating Malaak Tawouk every week. ما في. خلص. هون عندنا شو في هون.
Bonjour, je voudrais un taouk s'il vous plaît. Et ahla ou sahla, بدك sandwich ou la menu? Menu traité boisson. Très bien. Servez-vous en boisson, c'est prêt dans 1 minute. Mona, عنك طلبية. Chic, chac. شيك شاك شكرا. يلا يا امك مك اول واحد توم زياده تاني بلا كبيس. يلا هيدا واحد اكسترا توم وواحد بلا كبيس. كي ميرسي. اي واحد توم زياده وواحد بلا كبيس. يلا كده بدك تاكل. اكلي تاكليك.
Coco Mac.
Oh my god, that was so lame.
That was horrible. I hope Malaak Tawouk didn't pay for this. I think they might have.
I'm pretty sure they did.
This
was
might
so
be
lame.
Malaak Tawouk. شو هالpartnership هيدا يا guys? Come on. That's horrible. Horrible content. Okay, what do we got? بدي regular review. بدي حدا عم بياكل Malaak Tawouk.
Hey toi là, est-ce que tu aimes la cuisine libanaise? J'ai une adresse pour toi et pas des moindres. C'est la chaîne du premier street food libanais en Europe. Elle a 2 adresses à Paris que je te communiquerai en fin de vidéo. Le rapport qualité-prix est imbattable, avec possibilité de prendre des menus. Les sandwichs sont très goûteux. Le sandwich Tawouk est au top avec une crème d'ail excellente. La saucisse du sandwich Makanek est super.
Makanek. Makanek. Il est goûteux.
Le beef burger préparé à la libanaise est un gros kiff. J'ai terminé sur ce flan libanais léger et agréable, parfait pour une fin de repas. Maintenant, arrête tous tes fast-food sans intérêt. Ici, c'est le goût, le vrai.
On a fait un gros kiff là, c'était goûteux. طيب, that solves that. بعد كم شغلة folks. You don't know about that? So speaking of Lebanese people abroad, Malaak Tawouk abroad, all this sort of thing. There was a Maronite Lebanese festival in Ottawa, Canada that took place over the last few days, and they've been tweeting about it. Yeah, Lebanese Maronites in Ottawa have gotten together to celebrate being Lebanese and being Maronite. And they've been releasing videos on Twitter. So here, first, you can see some kids. You can see some crowds, folks. Look at that. They mentioned in one of their tweets that this is the biggest crowd they've ever had. شوفوا هاللبنانية بهالكندا. Mute انت عندك, you know what I mean? شوي music wise. شوفوا ملا عشقلك. شوفوا كل اللبنانية بأوتاوا بكندا. فوق بعد العالم. فوق بعدها في عنا طنطات وفي عنا رقص. وفي عنا اللي بدكن اياه. So that's not really, the cool part. What I like is that first of all, so here's their Twitter page first of all. Lebanese diaspora. It is a view from Lebanese outside Lebanon. Maronite Christian. So if you're not Maronite Christian, fuck you. You're not fucking welcome.
مكتوب happy 2021.
2021. بس بعدهم عم بينزل tweet. So first, here's a video. Day 5 of the Maronite Lebanese Festival in Ottawa. We broke our record for longest Lebanese sandwich today, 29 meters. شفتوا اللبنانية شو همهم برا؟ شفتوا نحن شو همنا? We gotta go to banks with a shotgun نطلع مصرياتنا to pay for operations. شوفوا اللبنانية بأوتاوا شو عم بيعملوا. بيعملوا ساندويشة لبنة. أطول ساندويشة لبنة مع الدربكة. عم بيهيصوا. That's it, folks. See how simple life is abroad? Don't you want to go to Ottawa? Don't you want to live in Ottawa? Participate?
Bro, where ما كان جبنة.
هون كمان مش بس are they doing the longest Lebanese sandwich, folks. There's the annual tabouleh competition. Day 4 of the Maronite Lebanese Festival. Fun afternoon activities including our annual tabouleh competition, folks. Have you ever seen it? Look at this. وفي واحد عم بيعيط وعم بيهيس to hype up the crowd. شوف, there's a hype man. شوف. وهيدي الموسيقى on loop يعني. شوف the guy with the mic. شوف. يلا حضرونا الدبول يلا وصل بقدونس يلا. والعالم ميتين زهق يعني. It doesn't matter what the guy is yelling on the mic. ما حدا عم بيتحرك. هو عم بينطط عم بيهيس. صاروا اثنين عم بيهيسوا. No one's moving bro. No one gives a fuck about this taboo. Look at هذا in the red. Like لقيته الدنيا.
Why would anyone attend this willingly? Like would you attend this هيك في شيء بأمريكا؟
أنا أكيد لا bro. أنا keep me the. This is for people who haven't assimilated very well. بيكون ما تعرفوا حدا. They're new to Canada. عاملين شيء للبنانية بكندا. مارونية يلا بننزل بننبسط ناكل. Like that's literally like it's the people who watch Nimir's comedy على online. They're the ones who go to something like this. Mainly. شو بعد في fireworks هون بالآخر كمان. Night 5 of the Maronite Lebanese festival ends with Blessed Virgin Mary procession and fireworks. Who wouldn't want that? You know what I mean? When I think festival, I think Virgin Mary procession. So you bring a piece of Lebanon with you to Ottawa. شو بدك? Fireworks كمان. شوف هن man. كيك وأطول ساندويش لبنة. تبولة competition. فو d'artifice. فو d'artifice. شوفوا الاجواء. احلى اجواء عنا باوتوا ولا احلى اجواء. بحس هيك الاستراليه بيعملوا كتير كمان. بحس باستراليا بيعملوا كمان فيستيفال لبنانيه. I don't know, I just found this very amusing kind of هيك. Just bizarre, you know what I mean? It's just another يعني. It reminds me when I was in the States, I got invited to some weird shit like that. So I would always like say no. One time where I went to something remotely similar. وقتها كان في مظاهرات طلعت ريحتكم. It was right before I moved back to Lebanon. I said I wanted to go just one time, just like ما بتذكر شو كان. I think it was طلعت ريحتكم protest outside of the embassy. Bro, it was so cringe. There was all these Lebanese people who then a bunch of us got together and had lunch together because they were just happy. انت لبناني تعالوا نتغدى سوا. I was like, oh fuck. It was just weird. I don't like this kind of thing. Like I don't really hang out with other Lebanese people when I'm in the States. شو بدنا نقلكم يعني. I think final topic. We're almost at the end, folks. There's a new anti-gay page on Instagram. اسمها شو اسمها؟ في شيء غلط أو مش طبيعي؟
مش طبيعي.
There's a new page. Here we go. Let's open this shit up and let's check this out. مش طبيعي. They have 272 followers. مكتوب مش طبيعي #error. And it's all about gayness. So هون we have الشذوذ انحراف سلوكي يمكن علاجه نفسيا. And you have two. I love the visuals. عندك two plugs that are, you know, they can't go in because they're like two penises. You can't have. This doesn't work. I love the graphic design on this whole fucking thing.
في واحدة like to counter these and a visual showing a car with a دولاب circle دولاب square إنه كمان ما بتمشي السيارة if it's a straight couple.
كمان really. هون شو انحراف سلوكي زوز ليش يمكن okay whatever the fuck forget this. We have another one كمان. هون coming soon. هون they were teasing the page coming soon, which is kind of crazy. We have another one. Puzzle pieces. مش طبيعي. Error. Two pieces of the puzzle. Hey, look at that. Two of the same piece. They can't work together. How are you supposed to complete the puzzle like that? Or how about this? Magnets. Positive doesn't work. Negative. Magnets don't. You gotta have, you know, the opposite ends to attract. شو هيدا؟ في شي غلط. مش طبيعي. Error. يا عم شو بكون? They're also spending money. I don't know who the fuck these people are. Apparently this is in Saida. Saida هو. So whoever this is, they hail from Saida. Saida, by the way, which is like very poor. If I'm not mistaken, a very poor area. This is what they're spending their money on. Fucking billboards, yo! With the puzzle and breeze graphics. وذن في عنا شيء يتشرف فريق مش طبيعي بدعوتكم لحضور مؤتمر. Folks, on Thursday, there is a legit... the question that the مؤتمر is going to pose. الشذوذ طبيعي أم انحراف؟ والله صيدا بيركن كتير فاضي. And this is the caption. هيدا الخميس لاقونا بالمؤتمر بلدية صيدا لنفهم شو هو الطبيعي والمش طبيعي. مش طبيعي. #error. I would honestly love to go to this مؤتمر, but I feel like they would murder us. Like we wouldn't be safe. Like if you go there to speak out against what they're saying and to like defend homosexuality.
Rest in pieces.
I think we're gonna get murdered. So
تعملوا لي بلوك على انستغرام.
كمان ولا لا أنا honestly I didn't even want to comment because they're too funny and I don't want to be blocked. Like I want this page to at least just I want to see what they keep doing for a while, because I don't want this to lead to anyone getting hurt. Anyways, not that this is gonna, who's this gonna convince? Anyways, it's just funny. The graphic design, to me, I found funny. And with all that said, folks, we have reached the end of our, I think, very long episode. Nobody, it was kind of stacked. It's good luck editing this, Elijah. At least you're going to be editing this week. I edited last week's episode, folks. I did everything last week. If you guys enjoyed last week's episode, it's because it had an extra Anthony touch that's been missing for quite some time here. Thank you for joining us. By the way, at this point, this is episode 67. I think there are now more episodes with the interns than without the interns. So now, the podcast, I feel, is...
after this month ends, بيكون صار 9 أشهر معك.
Yeah, I have done... I've still had to do a couple of solo episodes, so technically, if we were to count them, I may have more solo, but anyone who subscribes to the channel now only knows it with you guys. It would be weird for them if I'm alone. So, yeah, hopefully next week, Noor will be back, and we might have a special surprise guest next week, someone we love very much on this channel. Let me just take a second to thank our God tier patrons once again, because we could not do this without them. Jessica Ann, Melting Around, Muhammad Zain, and Muhammad Naamani. Thank you so much. And Melting Around, by the way, who chose to remain anonymous on here. But thank you so much. And brand new patron Fabien Abou Moussa, thank you so much for joining. We love you. Ahmad and Lamia, Fadi Muerzil, 69ing Monkeys, Danny Karam, Andrew G, Firas Abu Fakhr, Ziad Mgharbil. Thank y'all. Enzo, Jed, we could not do this without you guys. Patreon has been such a big help. We've built such a big community on there. I really thought I would have 5 patrons. So to see all you guys out there supporting us, it's making such a big difference with the interns, with the vlogs, with the documentaries, with the equipment, everything. Jed, your help doesn't go unnoticed. Like the video, leave a comment, we love your engagement. Subscribe to the channel, help me get to 10K. That would be kind of nice. And don't forget, episode 69 coming up pretty soon with the Do Not Worry Awards. We'll let you guys know how you can vote. Do not worry, folks. Do not worry.